identifying the massively successful crypto projects before anyone else. That is the Chico Crypto ethos. We dig deeper, we research harder, and we find the tokens that aren't even trading yet. But once they do start trading, everyone starts shouting, "Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there he is." You're gonna start dancing too, because it's time for Chico Crypto. Pump the bags, Tyler. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, this video isn't about instant gratification, as every project and token in today's video isn't trading yet. I bet that statement made many Moon boys click away because the pump won't come today or tomorrow. But for those Mars boys who are patient, these projects, in my opinion, are top of the line. And when they do start trading, I expect this quarter they will go pop. So let us begin with the one I have been covering the longest. Almost a year ago now I covered it, and then again 6 months ago, and then all the time throughout live streams, and again today. That is Centrifuge. And the reason I love this project is it combines all the things I like about crypto into one sweet package. Ethereum, DeFi, NFTs, Polkadot, stablecoins. Centrifuge uses it all. How, you may ask? Well, first we need to understand what Centrifuge is. The first major product from Centrifuge is the Tinlake dApp. With this, asset originators can collateralize invoices, royalties, and other real-world assets and then gain instant liquidity with that collateral through DeFi and stablecoins. So asset originators are real-world businesses with the real-world assets who need access to capital now instead of waiting through the typical invoice or royalty or other business payment process. And these real-world assets are tokenized into collateral with NFTs. As we can see from the Tinlake dApp, they have 6 open pools and 1 upcoming pool with 7 different businesses ranging from tokenizing real estate bridge loans, tokenizing trade receivables and brand inventory financing, to tokenizing music streaming invoices. So who provides the capital to these businesses? Well, DeFi does. As we can see from the bridge loan example, 3 bridge loans are tokenized into NFTs with 150K plus DAI loaned or financed. So DeFi users who want to get a return on their stablecoin can submit capital in the form of DAI to this pool. And the businesses, in this case, New Silver Series, is paying a financing fee to get instant access to the capital from DeFi users, aka capital providers. DeFi is risky, but it gives many benefits like instant liquidity. Tinlake is basically safer returns for DeFi users instead of risky farming returns, as real-world businesses with real-world cash flow can usually pay back their loans on time and with interest. Now, most of what I've been talking about has to do with Ethereum's DeFi ecosystem, as that is where the Tinlake dApp lives. How does this connect to Polkadot? Through the NFTs. For example, invoices are tokenized initially on the Centrifuge chain, where anchors and identities live also, but then the NFT is bridged to the Ethereum main chain. Governance, full tokenization of document details, and validation happens on the Centrifuge chain, which is a proof-of-stake blockchain built on Substrate, and it's one of the live Polkadot chains that no one is talking about. The governance token for Centrifuge is called RAD, or Radial Token, and it's been a hard one to pin down. 6 months ago, I showed a faucet from the team, which you could earn 0.1 per day, but that has been turned off. I've also shown you could earn by running your own validator node for the chain. On their website, they're calling out for just that, but it is technical, especially the node setup as well as the validator. But if you think you got the chops, links for both instructions are below. But then I also showed the RAD liquidity mining program, where you earn their tokens for contributing liquidity to the Tinlake pools. But if you're US, you need to be an accredited investor, and they do full KYC. And then I showed the community radial mining program, where they're giving RAD token bounties for certain community actions and some solid rewards up to 100 RAD. But as we can see, not for US persons, so a bummer. But if you are non-US, South Korea or China, a link for that program is also in the description. But it's possible US investors are going to be able to get their hands on this token soon. December 17th, Centrifuge had a community call, and Cassidy Daly, head of token design and research, said this regarding US persons and Tinlake and RAD.
And then to Beard MacBook. So non-accredited can participate, just not in the US, not US-based ones for now.
US-based persons cannot participate for now, so they are working on getting these programs open to US persons, doing what they legally can. But US persons may not have to wait. Let's hear what Cassidy also said about RAD's coming functionality.
Will you receive RAD and MetaMask automatically? Or do you need to supply sent wallet details? So you will need to claim your RAD on Centrifuge chain using the Centrifuge native radial token. So although Centrifuge is bridged to Ethereum and you can move RAD to Ethereum as an ERC20 token.
The Ethereum bridge turning it right into an ERC20, aka Uniswap trading, aka RAD is coming soon to a DEX near you. And now this next one I have to cover as the next incentivized testnet kicks off today, and that is Hopper, a layer 0 chain for total privacy. The Hopper protocol, it provides network level and metadata privacy for every kind of data exchange. A mixnet protects the identity of both the sender and recipient by routing data via multiple intermediate relay hops that mix traffic. Hopper has had 2 incentivized testnets already. The team said they would be doing them on multiple chains. The first on XDAI, the second on Matic, and the coming third one I do not necessarily like, Binance Smart Chain, but Binance did invest, so I get why they are doing it. January 12th, Hopper put out a Medium article explaining the coming Hopper token. And at the end in the section, when and where can I get Hopper? The team said, this is what I can say for now. After mainnet launch, Hopper can be earned by anyone who runs a node and stakes Hopper. As you relay data, your node will accrue tickets that can be claimed for Hopper via our smart contract on Ethereum blockchain. We'll have more information about mainnet launch and how to acquire your very first Hopper very soon. For now, all I'll say is it's definitely worth participating in our final testnet, Hopper Titless. And Titless, that begins today. And for those who have an Avado blockchain computer, joining the incentivized testnet Titless will be much easier. Just a few clicks as the DApp is integrated right into Avado. And if you're thinking about getting one, link for purchase is also below. But you don't need an Avado to participate, as Chico Crypto has also included the team's guide to the Titless testnet. As we can see, it's running from January 19th to January 21st, only 3 days. And at the bottom, they say the system requirements. You can participate in Titless from your home device using macOS or Linux. Windows should work also, but we don't have dedicated setup instructions yet. You can also run a node from a virtual private server, VPS in the cloud. Please ensure your server has at least 2 GB of RAM. This testnet is also open to all our Avado users. So I like Hopper because they are partnered with Avado on multiple levels, and I like Hopper because they are doing multiple testnets, XDAI, Matic, and even the Nance. That means it's going to work on all those layers, including Ethereum, enhancing privacy for all the dApps built on those layers. And with the partners and investors it has established, when the mainnet goes live, it's going to be highly used, a recipe for success in my eyes. The only risk is it's a privacy token. Luckily, no investing with this video. It's all about earning by contributing to the protocols. You could almost call it a form of proof of work. Cheers, I'll see you next time.